We only have about 30 days left till the Mustang Classic Competition, and Moondance, Dazzle, and I have pretty much been training non-stop. Days ticking away, it was time to test our skills in an actual competition environment, which finds us here at 4 a.m. getting ready to load up to head to my Mustang's very first event derby. So it is like 4 a.m. And we are getting ready to take Moondance and Dazzle to their very first event derby. So it'll be just our dressage and cross country, but it's about a 2-hour drive and we are very third up in dressage, so we'll be going at 7:45, so just a super early start, but we are super excited to see how it goes. You can see out here in the arena, Dazzle is taking a nap. Be Dazzle? Dazzle was very third up in dressage, so as soon as we got there, we had to rush on over and get her all warmed up before heading right in to do the USEF Beginner Novice Test A.
Have a nice ride!
So the bell just rang, giving us 45 seconds to enter the dressage court and begin our test. And so what we're really looking for here in Dazzle is just her to stay relaxed in the dressage arena, to stay nice and calm, start prepping her for the big competition, so just getting in this new environment. So here we're going to A, X, M. We're going to push her into that corner. She kind of spooked at that bike there, but recovered really nicely. Went right past the judges' booth without an issue. That can be really scary for some of the Mustangs. And so now we're just moving right on into our 20-meter circle down there by C. I like how she stayed nice and consistent through here. This mare has beautiful cadence to her trot. We're going to really push her into that corner. You can see she still lacks a little bit of consistency in her carriage. And so I'm going to really try and support her to stay nice and soft. We moved up into our canter transition here. That was actually pretty nice for her. You have to remember she's only about 6 months under saddle. You can see here she got a little bit fussy. A bug was attacking her. And she was a little bit mad, but stayed nice and rideable through all that. You can see that tail's really swishing. So I'd like for her to see her just relax and get a little happier into that canter. Come down into a nice trot. Kind of had a little hiccup there as she wanted to break to a walk. Still a little bit fussy here, but has a nice trot across the diagonal. Really nice cadence on this horse. Pushed her right on into her corner there. I like how she's really kind of using her space. I would have liked that. Well, actually, this is our 20-meter circle, so that was a nice turn there. Now she's starting to stretch down into her contact a little bit better. Starting to find that nice relaxation. There's a really nice frame. Going to push her into that corner. Now we're going back to our circle at E, where we'll be developing our canter. And so I'm going to set her up here. And that transition was actually really nice, a lot more prompt. This canter's a lot more relaxed. You can see her actually using her body, starting to pull that head down into a more relaxed and soft frame. I would have liked her. She was a little bit overbent through there, so just want to push her a little bit straight. Now down into a nice cadenced trot. She's holding her frame a lot better. Now down into our walk work. That transition was a little bit abrupt. I'd like for her to relax a little bit and make it look a little bit more smooth, but into a beautiful free walk right here. She's stretching down and moving nice and forward. She's a little trooper. So here she kind of got a little bit distracted, so I'm just going to bring her back. I'm going to start gathering her back up at M. We'll be moving up into our trot at C, so I'm prepping her right here, getting her all set. And, oh, maybe she kind of got spooked by something over there, tried to leave. So I think it's actually at H we're supposed to pick up our trot. There we go. Nice trot around. Good. She regained her focus. We're going to push her into this corner. Nice corner there. And now we're going down center line. At X, which is in the middle of the court, we're going to just do a halt and then salute. And this was a beautiful test. Really nice. She got a little bit distracted, but really kept her focus on me and was amazing. So next I had to run back and swap horses and grab my other Mustang Moondance. And luckily I did have a bit more time to warm her up before our go. So Moondance, she is a little bit greener than Dazzle. She's only been under saddle for about 3 months due to an injury or abscess. And so really with this mare is we're going to work on our confidence. So we're doing the same test. Moondance has a lot less experience, but such a beautiful mover. This mare is like 16 hands. I was super proud of her here. She was really scared about that judge's booth, but pushed right past it. And you can just see this mare is so lovely. So right here, it's just all about like trying to push her into her corners, trying to encourage her to have more correct bend, drop that head a little bit. And you can see she's staying really relaxed, really listening to me. We're coming in over here to pick up our canter. And you can see she still gets a little bit strung out and rushes into it, but she picked it up really promptly and did a nice circle here. Again, I would have liked to see a little bit more bend, but for how many rides this mare has had, she's doing really well. So here she kind of got a little wiggly off that rail, so I'm just going to push her back over, support her with that inside leg, encouraging her to tip her nose out a little, or tip her nose towards the inside of my circle a little bit. Here we're coming across the diagonal. You can see she kind of settles down a little bit more into that contact as I push her into her corner. And so for this mare, everything's just about building confidence. This is her very first time in a competition environment. So she's doing really well. We're just kind of moving into that circle. I'm encouraging her best I can to drop her head, tip that nose in, and just stay nice and relaxed. So she got a little bit spooked there by the scary siding. Moving her into that corner. Really nice. So here we're going to start setting her up for her second canter. Picked it right up. I would have liked to see her drop that nose, but she did really well. Again, just keeping her, trying to encourage that inside bend. There she starts to drop a little bit, but still needs to work on that for sure. Just learn how to relax, soften to the bit. Now we're going to push her into this corner, getting her all set. She's doing really well. Down into our walk work. So here I'm going to encourage her into that free walk, and she stretches down really nice. This mare has a beautiful natural frame. She's about 16 hands, which is really big for a Mustang, and she's just gorgeous with all that black and white pinto markings. So here I'm going to gather my reins back up, push her into her corner here, just encouraging this nice active walk, encouraging her to stretch that nose down. Really nice mare, pushing her into this corner before we move right on up into our trot. And she's just doing so well. I love how she's gaining more confidence and getting more relaxed throughout the test. Because there's a pretty big environment here, a lot of horses moving around. Here she's looking relaxed, coming straight down center line, and going to do our halt and salute. And this mare was just so great. This was her very first time in the dressage arena. Did amazing, stayed nice and relaxed, and put in a very nice test. Yay. Especially for how young and green she is. Yeah. What a great horse. I wasn't sure she was gonna The next phase was the cross-country phase. And although I've schooled cross-country a few times, I have never competed in a cross-country competition before. So after a few panicked texts to my awesome coach, she drove all the way up and gave me the how to ride cross-country like a pro in just 5 seconds. So the first thing she taught us was that you're actually supposed to walk your cross-country course, ideally twice. And as you're walking, you're learning your course, knowing where you're supposed to go, finding your line and noting the footing around the jumps. So is it muddy, potholes, etc. There are also flags in the jumps, indicating which direction they are meant to be taken. Just remember right on red, meaning your right shoulder should be passing by the red flag. The jumps in your divisions will also be marked with a very specific color and number, starting at 1, 2, 3, and going all the way up to the final jump number, which is typically around 8 to 12 jumps. Also, for your start box that you'll be beginning your course in, the announcer will be counting down. Basically, they'll tell you your 1-minute warning, 30-second warning, 15-second warning, and you'll want to go into your box, and then they'll tell you when you can leave. And her pro tip was don't gallop out like it's the Kentucky Derby. Take a few steps of walk and trot, and then move into a nice canter before beginning your course. And Dazzle started out the cross country with a really nice round.
Rider 318 is on course, taking off our senior hopeful division. 306, you have 2 minutes. 305, 4 minutes. 308, 6 minutes. Huh? 318, clear 1 and 2.
Sorry. Oh, you're fine.
You're fine. Here's your forward. And, oh, gorgeous. That was adorable.
Yeah, this mare really likes to jump.
That was absolutely adorable.
Her biggest thing is,
Right?
well, yeah, she doesn't like, to wait. Like the half halt when she sees a jump is like her biggest struggle.
So you have halt way before and then you ride forward to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And as the questions become more complicated, the adjustments will make more sense to her.
Yes.
You know? The fact that she's left the group and goes solo, whoopsie, little steering problem there. I like that one. She went forward to the fence. I think she got a little too forward with the other one, and it came up a little quick. But that one was better.
Sorry, Allie Doley. You have about 10 seconds. Oh, gosh, sorry. Doyle.
That's such a cute little horse.
She is.
Left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg. Good girl.
Made it.
I don't know why I think psychic coaching is going to help, but
Well, see, I have it all on video, and so she can watch it and learn all the things she did wrong.
She didn't do. It's not wrong. Oh, that was adorable
That
too.
was good.
And I love that the horse just looks happy.
Yeah.
Ease on down. Ease. Don't sit. Don't hit the brakes. We need to talk about that. Don't hit the brakes. Just ease on.
So Moondance was second on course, and with her, we're really just working on giving her a very, very confident ride. So she really has to look hard at new fences. So even though this one's teeny tiny, you can see back there, she had to kind of do a little pause. then trotted right over it. And so for her, the goal is pretty much to just trot this whole course. I want her being forward, getting lots of confidence, giving her plenty of time to look at these jumps. So then she has to kind of pop that one. And again, when this mare starts getting cantering, she gets a little bit overwhelmed, and so then we'll have lots of refusals and runouts. And so I just really want to give this mare like a confident ride, so it's a really good experience. And if she wants to pick up a little canter out in the field, that's fine. But I want her to trot into all these fences. Really cute form there. I'm gonna let her just break to that trot. She's such a pretty girl. So with her, we have to work on confidence, forward motion. Some of these colored jumps can be really scary for her. So we're just going to let her kind of give plenty of time to look at it. Going to come up right this one. You can see I have to use a lot of inside rein to keep her straight. She kind of wiggly. You can see here she kind of got a little crooked to it, wanting to try and avoid it. So trying to push her as straight as I can. And she just takes it like a cavaletti. The fence height really isn't the issue. It's just all the scary things around it. So like the people, the other jumps, the bright colors. Because she's just a little youngster. She's just about 5 years old. And has only been out of the wild for about 8 months now. So, and 3 months under saddle. So she's still very green and young. But doing such a great job here. Just giving her lots of praise, lots of confidence, making this a really good experience for her. And this was a super fun cross-country course. I liked how it was kind of like through the rolling hills. Really fun environment, great place. And it was super nice. The weather was perfect. It was more in the morning. She's just going to be trotting around here. We have a few more jumps. She's doing so nice. I like how she's keeping just this nice cadence trot. Little canter out on that one. She's starting to gain her confidence. Keep coming around. This was fun because there's some jumps down the hill. And it was super fun seeing all the other horses. There were some super cute. Everything from like big giant warm bloods to little teeny ponies. And she has to really look hard at this jump. So you can see she broke down to a walk, but then popped right over it. She can just step over these. They're so small. And she's picking up a nice little canter here. As she's heading back home, she's like, we're almost done. So I'm just going to keep her forward. She's a little bit looky there. Jumped right on over. I'm giving her lots of pets, lots of praise. Very first time out in an actual cross-country competition, and she was amazing.
So I was like, let's just do Moondance.